Today we're talking tuners. Staying in tune is important. That's why we're going to talk about 3 different kind of main types of tuners that we use here at Dylan Talks Tone, and why I would recommend that you consider having these 3 kind of types of tuners in your toolbox to make sure that you stay accurately in tune. In my opinion, there's 3 different main pieces of equipment that you should have to get this done. And there's different brands and stuff. Do me a favor and put in the comments below what you use for your tuners around your shop and around, when you go out to play. The first thing is we want to make sure that the setup on our guitar is good. That's where all tuning things, and honestly, it's the key to tone, in my opinion, is the setup of the guitar. So let's make sure that our setup is accurate. That means we have to have an accurate enough tuner to make sure that our intonation is good. I like to use the pitch black, what is this thing called? The Korg Pitch Black Portable Tuner. It has a strobe simulation in here that is super, super accurate. I actually have like one of those $1,000 Peterson bench top tuners that I don't even ever use because it's kind of complicated, it's fancy and it's cool, but I checked it against this thing, and this is so much easier to use, and it's small and it fits in a guitar case. I can take it wherever I want to go. It's super accurate, and this is what I use on a daily basis to set up intonation. Now from time to time I will double check against the Peterson to make sure that I'm not off base, but it has never failed me once, and it is not expensive, and it is a way to make sure that your guitar setup, your bass line, so your intonation, your string height, and your nut height are all correct if you can have a successfully executed intonation and setup with a benchtop type tuner like this. I would definitely recommend having something like this around that is very accurate so that you can do your own setups, because that's the basis before you ever leave the house to play of having a guitar that stays in tune. The number 2 type of tuner that I think everybody should have, just based on portability, right, is your little clip-on tuner. Goes right here, top of the peg head, boom, pluck the string, tells you if you're in tune or not. So this isn't a sponsored video or anything. Korg did not pay me to say any of this stuff. It's just over time, I think I used the Korg Pitch Black Sledgehammer tuner, and I really, really liked it. And so then I started looking into their other products and kind of ended up all Korg. Do me a favor and let me know what kind of clip-on tuner you use. A lot of times people will say that they're kind of inaccurate, especially when you're playing live. I found these to be very, very reliable. So reliable, in fact, that we're going to give away a couple of them at the end of this video. We're going to tell you how you can win a couple of these things. Again, not sponsored video, but we just bought this stuff. In fact, we helped with the help of Patreon. We bought this stuff and we're going to give it back to you. So stick around to the end of the video and we'll talk about that. The models that I have: Korg Pitch Black. Boom. This thing is awesome. Sledgehammer. Korg Sledgehammer. Whatever they call it. It has a strobe simulator in it, and in a pinch, I can actually do a guitar setup with this. Fantastic. The Korg Pitch Clip 2 came out recently. Tiny, concise, clipped on the top of the guitar. One of the things I really like about it is if you go this way with it, you can have the display this way. If you go this way with it, it'll actually, there's a button you can push and flip it over so it can work both ways. Really cool. We're going to give one of those away. Really cool. I really like this little tuner. Now, there's a couple of things that go with this though. Some people will say that these tuners are not accurate when you play live, when there's a lot of other vibrations going on around in the room. That can be the case. So you got to make sure you get a good one. So your $10 generic knockoff ones probably aren't going to cut it. Now, one of the things I want to mention to you, and people do this all the time, and I see it, it's crazy. Don't clip your capo on your peg head like that, then clip your tuner on your peg head like that, and then expect to have the guitar tune accurately. Don't do that, because what happens? The tuner is sensing vibrations in the guitar. That's how it figures out how it's going to tune. So then you have it up there, but then you go ahead and put your capo off, take your capo off, you stick it on the neck down there. Now the thing's different. Don't do that. Keep your capo somewhere else. Clip it to your stand, clip it somewhere else. Don't clip it on your peg head and then expect to have accurate tuning. There's gonna be some people in the comments that argue with me about that, but it's something that I've personally run into, and I think it's very annoying, and I know that that is the cause of it. Argue all you want in the comments. You can do that, no problem. The third kind of tuner is the pedal tuner. Goes on your pedal board, in your pedal chain. There's buffered and non-buffered style tuners. I like to have a buffered one. I'll tell you, I really do. I don't want it to be true bypass. I'd rather it be buffered. There's reasons for that. We have videos on it. Check out our channel. I use the Korg Pitch Black tuner, same brand. I just have really liked it. It's got a calibration feature. It's got a line in, line out for your power. It's all kinds of really cool. And it is not expensive and it's accurate. Now you don't have to use the same thing I use, but I'm just telling you that I think in general, you should have those three tuners around. A benchtop style that you can use for your setup, a clip-on that you can use for portability for your acoustic and your electric guitar and just take it with you wherever you go. Have a couple of them because they'll either get stolen by your best friend or you'll lose them. It always happens. But other than that, make sure you have those around. And that pedal tuner is going to be the most accurate if you do really have noise issues. You're playing in really loud environments where this sort of thing just doesn't cut it for you, because there are environments where that is the case. Put in the comments below what you use as a tuner. Let me know what you think of your setup. Does it perform for you, really well all the time? Now, at the beginning of this video, we mentioned that we're going to give away 2 tuners. So here's how this works. If you are a $5 patron or higher over there on our Patreon page, patreon.com/DylanTalksTone, you are automatically entered to win gear every month. Last month, we gave away a Boss Katana Mini. Pretty sweet. This month, we're giving away 3 different items to 3 different winners. 2 of them are actually going to get Korg Pitch Black tuners. One of them is going to get the Pitch Clip 2, the other is going to get a Sledgehammer. Definitely check it out, patreon.com/DylanTalksTone. The other thing I want to mention to you is, you remember a couple of weeks ago when we did that video about the Go Guitar app? It was like a learning app, teaches you how to play guitar. Well, they gave me 5 downloadable codes for 1-year memberships. It's like $10 a month, but they gave me 5 downloadable 1-year memberships to give away to you. And all you have to do is comment below. First of all, you have to subscribe to my channel. Second of all, you have to comment below what your goals are as a guitar player in the next 6 months or so, okay? I want you to do that and then be a part of that giveaway. That's completely separate from the Patreon thing. They actually gave me those to give to you when we did that video. It just took me a few weeks to get them. So there you go. Do those couple things, communicate with us and let us know, and we would love to give away some stuff. The other thing is, I think over on Patreon, we got some free t-shirts going out. We got a bunch of stuff. Definitely check it out. Now, let's go ahead and look at some questions and some comments from the viewers like you over our last couple videos. These are always pretty fun. All right, let's look at some of these comments. Some of them are pretty funny. So on our last video about putting together that Fender Telecaster Squire, that we're putting together. Oh, by the way, I've got some parts coming for it. We're going to shoot another video for that tomorrow. And then somebody's going to end up with that guitar this weekend. Pretty cool. Anyway, Mr. Rob Martin said that video was not worth watching. I don't really know why. It was super popular and everybody else loved it. So I apologize that we fell short of your expectations, Mr. Rob Martin. That is the UPS. We're going to get some negative things out of the way because we want to really help you understand what we are all about here at Dylan Talks Tone. So, xjokerx_15 said, I asked you for some ideas for my Telecaster, but you never said anything. Dumb idiot. Your channel is just to hook up jobs. While it is true that my YouTube channel does help with the Dylan Talks Tone business, the majority of what we do here is to be helpful. The problem is that we have about 6,000 views a day, and so we get a lot of comments, and I don't always see all of them. So if you do want to correspond with me personally and do have some real questions, for a project that you're working on or need some parts or something like that, then go over to the Dylan Talks Tone website and send me an email. That is probably the best way to get a hold of me personally. Chances are in the YouTube comments, it's not going to work as effectively just because we get so many of them. And I try to do my best, but as we grow, obviously you can tell it probably gets a little bit difficult. On our same video that we were talking about just a minute ago, the Telecaster assembly video, KDrake777 says, you're never truly a YouTuber until you use the obligatory drone seed. That's not our first one. We've used them quite a bit. But yeah, I like establishing shots. I like kind of letting you know where we are, what we're doing. It really works. It's a key filmmaking thing to do. And then finally, I think we go back to one of our live videos in the garage, you know, out there in the shop. If you recall, my wife left during a live video, and everybody said, is your wife a pilot? It sounds like she left in a plane, a Cessna 182 or maybe a Piper Cub. I've gotten multiple comments about this. She drives a Toyota 4Runner, you know, just a normal car, and I drive a Toyota Tundra. But for some reason, the way the sound reverberates through the shop when she pulls out of the driveway, it's kind of funny. Anyway, there's a few comments for comments of the day. If you have any comments for us or any questions, do me a favor, put them in the comments below. Like I said, I do my best to keep up on this stuff, but if you have a specific question and you need some help with something, definitely go over to DylanTalksTone.com and shoot me an email, and I'll do my best to stay in touch with you and help you out with what you need. We'll see you next time.